Ciao everybody, Caterina here. Welcome to my kitchen. Well, this beautiful Easter season, I am going to be preparing Easter glazed Taralli cookies. I'm going to tell you that this recipe was given to me 37 years ago by a friend of mine by the name of Veronica. And this recipe was given to her by her great-grandmother. So it's safe to say that this recipe is at least 100 years old. I'm really excited about sharing this wonderful Italian Easter cookie with you. Now let's get started. All ingredients have to be at room temperature, and your flour, before you measure it out, you must sift it. We're going to start with the wet ingredients first. 5 large eggs. I'm going to give the eggs a whipping. My eggs are nicely whipped. 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean extract. 25 ml of extra virgin olive oil. The zest of 1 lemon. I'm going to start with the dry ingredients. 4 cups of 00 flour. I'm going to add a packet of Italian lievito. If you don't have this, can't find it, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. A generous pinch of kosher salt. I'm just going to give it a thorough mix. I want to make sure that everything is incorporated. I'm going to start adding my flour ingredients to my wet ingredients, a tablespoon at a time. I changed to a dough hook. Now the dough needs to be kneaded for at least 10 minutes, and I'm going to let the machine do it. I'm just going to cover the dough, and I'm going to let it rest at room temperature for 20 minutes. These taralli are to be 3 ounces each. So I have a scale here. I'm going to measure it. There we go, 3 ounces. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to knead the pieces together in a rectangle and set it aside. I'm going to roll out each piece of dough to 8 inches long and 2 inches wide. Preheat your oven to 360 degrees Fahrenheit. We're just going to brush the dough with olive oil lightly. Turn it over. Don't press it down, just turn it over very, very gently. Join the ends like this. Make sure that the circle is still there and on our baking sheet. My taralli are ready for the oven. 20-25 minutes, golden brown. I will watch them. We're going to start with the glaze for the taralli. 5½ cups of granulated sugar. To the sugar, I'm going to add 2 cups of water, and we're going to bring it to a boil. My sugar water is now boiling, and I'm going to let it boil until it becomes thick. I wasn't happy the way it was thickening up, so I added an additional cup of granulated sugar, and now it appears to be thickening up nicely. My sugar water is lovely and thick. I'm just going to let it cool down for a few minutes, and then I'm going to transfer it to my mixing bowl. My taralli came out fantastic, and I'm going to say it, if you could only smell my kitchen. Now a couple of them opened up, don't worry about it really. My thick sugar water is in my mixing bowl. With my paddle, I'm just going to give this a mix, and I'm going to add the juice of 1 lemon and 2 drops of white food coloring. My icing is coming along. I'm just going to let the machine continue mixing until the sugar comes together. Okay, I stopped the machine to do a scrape down. You're going to have to do this at least twice. My sugar paste is ready. I'm going to transfer it to my bain-marie. Now I'm just going to allow it to melt before I ice my cookies. Now if you don't have a bain-marie like mine, you can use a pot and just put a tempered glass bowl on top of the water. I started glazing my taralli, both sides. Now just take it out, let the excess drip off. Pasting on a dryer tray here with parchment paper at the bottom to collect all the excess glaze. Okay, I'm just gonna let it drip a little bit. My Easter glazed Taralli came out fantastic. What a wonderful 100-year-old recipe. I'm so pleased that Veronica shared it with me. I'm gonna taste it for you. So good. I want to wish you all a very happy Easter, and I want to thank you for joining me today. And it's Katerina from My Home to Yours. Don't forget to hit your like button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Ciao.